assist on the team news and Nathan Ferguson's injury?
Yeah, Nathan had the hamstring setback, so he will be out between 5 to 6 weeks.
That's such a shame for him. How is he? What have you said to him?
Yeah, it's a shame because he worked quite hard to get back on the field with the team, but we will give him the support that he needs and for him to come back and enjoying himself on the field. It is a difficult period for him, but we will give him the love and the attention that he needs to get back on the field as soon as possible.
Yeah, on Wilfried Zaha, it's a great celebration from him running over to you. I know you mentioned it a little bit after the Norwich game, but was that kind of him saying, here you go, manager, this is what I can do? What?
No. That was obviously a fantastic goal, a wonderful goal. That is Wilfried Zaha at his best. That is what we need. That is what we want from him. We know that he is capable of delivering for the team, and we want him to do it more often. He has the personality and the ability to do it, and now we want him to do it more often with the support of the players around him.
Before you arrived, there was always talk about him moving on, but he seems so settled now. With the way you work with him, he always sounds happy. Can you see him potentially being at Crystal Palace to the end of his career?
He's under contract, so that means he's happy to wear the shirt and to perform well around the team. I think what is good for him is to have players around him who take in as well responsibility, and that's taking off some of the pressure on his shoulder. We have players who can score goal, we have players who can deliver, and the positiveness is that we having a team performance, and of course that allowed him as well to express himself, and that's good for him and that's good for the team.
Penalty was unlucky. Will there be any changes in the order of who takes penalties, or is it just the one-off?
I think people always remember the last penalties. But when you look at his record on penalties, it's been really good. So there's no reason why we should change.
You've asked the team to be a bit more ruthless. When I look at your 11, I just think one day you're going to win 4-0, 5-0. You've got the players capable of doing that. When you said about them being more ruthless, is it because you can see the ability and the attacking force you have now?
Yeah, the attacking force, but the way we played, and when you're looking at the situation that we are creating, I think in both areas, on the offensive and defensive side, we have to be more ruthless the way we are defending as well, because that's part of the game. And that comes as well with the experience and playing together. And when you're looking at how we improve from the first game of the season, I think we are a better team. So we still have some part of the game that need to improve to win football matches. We are conscious of that. And my responsibility will be to put more emphasis on those details to allow us to win football matches. But yeah, we have players who are capable of scoring goals, creating chances, but that's not enough. We need to have this killing instinct and to score those goals.
Cheikhou Kouyaté, how is he? Is he still happy?
He's still happy, and he's going to be happy for quite a while. So what he achieved with Senegal, it's something that will stay forever, because that was the first cup for the country, so he's in a good place.
Has he shown you his medal?
Not yet, no.
Brentford Saturday, exciting game. They play their own way. How much are you looking forward to that one?
Different challenges compared to the last game that we played. We know what to expect. We have to be up for it. That's a really difficult team at home. They're doing really well, and we will be ready for that. Nice
story with Christian Eriksen signing for them in January. we don't know if it might be too early that you play them, but I just wanted your thoughts on it, just as a football man in general. Just what a nice, happy story it is to see him back in the Premier League.
Yes, of course, this is a happy story, I will say. To see him back on the field, training and playing games, I think this is something that we can all enjoy because he loved the game, and for him to be back on the field and to do what he loves, this is something that we can all be happy about.
Thanks, Patrick. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jack.
Jake Robson from Premier League Productions, please.
Hello again, Patrick. Hope you're well.
Hello.
Hi. If you could, I just had another question for you about Wilf. You said that he should be scoring more. So are you basically saying you're happy with his contribution apart from his goal scoring tally? Everything else you're happy with?
I said he has to score more because of his ability to do so. So he's a player, I believe, that with his ability can create more and score more. But he will not going to be him by himself. He needs the teams around to perform, to create those chances, or to put him in a situation where he can express his talent. So when I talk about him doing more, it's not about him as an individual. It's about him using the quality of the players that he has around him as well, the way we play, the chances that we are creating to be more decisive. And he has the ability to do it. But the way we will perform as a team will allow him to do it more often.
You just touched on Brentford there. Obviously, you're saying a different challenge. But what have you made then of the job that Thomas Frank has done, bringing us side up from the Championship and so far looking, at least comfortable?
Yeah, I think when the teams come in and from the Championship and doing well in the Premier League, of course, the manager is a massive part and massive responsibility on that. I think when you look at the team, the way they played, the way they organized, the work from the manager, I think it's massively important. So they've been doing a fantastic job over there regarding the way they play in the Premier League and the way that the team are organized. All the credit to him.
It's talked about a lot that maybe the teams that come up from the Championship, sometimes you see them start really well, like Brentford have done, and then they end up having these runs, a bit like Brentford are on, where they're struggling, after all of a sudden. Why do you think that is, looking from the outside? Is it that maybe teams kind of work them out a little bit, or maybe it starts to catch up with them, the physicality of the Premier League?
No, I think, you're talking about experience as well. The Premier League is the most competitive league in the world, and the season is really long. And for teams who have a younger squad or teams who come in as well from the Championship, is always about the experience and how do you bounce back from a difficult period. And that is part of having the experienced players as well. So when you're looking at the history of the Premier League or any teams that going through a difficult period, experienced players became quite really important. And, that's not take away what they've been doing and how well they've been playing since the beginning of the season.
Okay, well, best of luck at the weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you. Alex Howell, BBC Sport.
Hi, Patrick.
Hey, Alex.
JP Mateta has been starting the last couple of games. What is it about his performances that have made him start, basically? What has he done to impress you?
What was good for us is about the physical impact, his mobility, the fact that he's running a lot behind to stretch the opposition team. And at the moment, he's playing with confidence and belief. And this is one of the reasons why we start him the last couple of games.
And Palace have been getting a lot of plaudits for their football, say how nice the style of football is to watch from people inside football. But are you frustrated you haven't been able to turn those performances into wins?
Yeah, this is the process that we need to go through, and I think we have a really clear idea about how we want to play the game. We played at times some good footballs, yes, but it's not enough. We need to win those games, especially when we play well, because we will not going to play well from the start to the end of the season. So when you played well, you need to take points, you need to win those games, and this is something that we have to improve.
And games like this against Brentford, do they carry more weight for you because they're so close to you in the table in terms of points?
Yeah, but the weight as well is on their shoulder because we're still in front of them. So it is an important game for both teams. But, we want to win. Yes, we need to perform to allow ourselves to win that game. It's going to be challenging. It's going to be difficult because at home they're quite really strong. They have a good support, and we will need to be, in our best to perform well collectively to get the result that we want.
Thank you.
Thank you. James Samundra from Talksport.
Hi Patrick, I wanted to ask you about the way Palace have been starting matches in recent time. You seem to come on really well in the second half, but has it concerned you the way you've been starting games recently?
Concern, no, but this is again one of the areas that we need to work and to improve. We know how important it is in the Premier League to score the first goal, and lately we always had to fight to get back to the game, and I think we show a lot of character and desire to fight back. But if we can start those first half the same way that we're starting the second half, that will give us even more chance of winning football matches. This is one of the areas that we put it a lot of emphasis.
And how have the lack of wins in the Premier League affected the mentality of this squad?
Yeah, I think it's different ways of analyzing the game, the result and the performances. And the performances give us hope to get the result that we want if we improve those details. In the other side, yes, we are conscious that we need to do more if we want to win football matches, but our performances at times been really unlucky.
And finally for me, in terms of Christian Eriksen, how important is it for football that a player can show that you can come back from the situation he was in last summer and perform again at the highest level? Yeah,
I think around Christian, I think there is a lot of positiveness to take into the game. I think it's the support and the first head that he had on the field. I think that is something was really important. To see him back in football at the higher level is something really positive, and to show that with the support, to see him back playing football at this level, it's really good news for him, but for football as well.